Now, this saga started originally. Here is I am Haralder, also known as Hallie. He tweets, this was last night, said 9 days ago, the access to my work computer was cut along with about 200 other Twitter employees. However, your head of HR is not able to confirm if I am an employee or not. You have not answered my emails. Maybe if enough people retweet, you'll answer me here. Elon Musk says, what work have you been doing? Hallie responds, I would need to break confidentiality to answer this question here. If you have your lawyers share in writing that I can do that, then I'd be happy to discuss that openly. Elon Musk says, it's approved. You go ahead. Hallie says, among others, I led the effort to save about $500,000 on one SAS contract, supported closing down many others, led prioritization on design projects across the company to make sure we were able to deliver with the small team. I've led design crits to help level up design across the company, was hiring managers for all design roles. He's Icelandic. This guy, by the way, was Iceland's Person of the Year 2022. That's funny. And he said, led design crits, worked on efforts to steer the company away from focusing on power users and to younger users because our user base is aging. Elon Musk responded, level up from what design to what? Pixar, it didn't happen. Bro, you are such a weirdo. 2, we haven't hired design roles in 4 months. 3, what changes did you make to help with the youths? Then he tweeted this link. He said, would you say that you're a people person? And tweeted the Office Space link. What would you say you do here? And then Elon Musk said, the reality is that this guy who is independently wealthy did no actual work, claimed as his excuse that he had a disability that prevented him from typing, yet was simultaneously tweeting up a storm. Can't say I have a lot of respect for that. It's obvious he did all middle management work from that exchange, but I personally would not put an ex-employee on blast and force them to prove their worth in front of 100 million plus people. Elon said he has a prominent active Twitter account and is wealthy. So are you. What does that mean? He responded to that. He said, hi again, Elon Musk. Hope you are well. I'm fine too. I'm thankful for your interest in my health. But since you mentioned it, I wanted to give you more info. I have muscular dystrophy. It has many effects on my body. Let me tell you what they are. My legs were the first to go. When I was 25 years old, I started using a wheelchair. No, I'm not doing this voice because I'm fucking making fun of his disability, you fucking idiots. I'm doing this voice because he's from Iceland. You fucking idiots. I'm doing the Canute voice. Also, he's wealthy because Twitter bought his company. Anyway, we're going to get to that in a second. Okay, in the interest of fairness, in early 2021, Haralder sold Ueno to Twitter in an agreement between him and Twitter. Most of the purchase price was paid as a salary to maximize the tax he would pay for the sale in Iceland. He chose to pay for tax out of respect to Iceland for the disability benefits he received. Per the agreement, he paid the second highest tax of an individual in Iceland in 2021. The most based motherfucker, dude. What a goat. What a fucking goat. In March 2021, Haralder helped launch a project called Ramp Up Reykjavik, a collaborative venture undertaken by local businesses, labor unions, government ministries, associations, banks, and city officials with the intention of helping local businesses install wheelchair ramps to improve accessibility for people with disabilities. Like, he went, I mean, you couldn't be a better person. You know what I mean? It's been 20 years since that happened. In that time, the rest of my body has been failing me too. I need to help get in and out of bed and use the toilet. For a long time, I thought my arms would remain strong. A doctor told me they would, but they ended up losing strength, which I don't mind telling you was hard to accept. But you okay the cards you are dealt, and I've managed to create a wonderful life. My family's the best. I have 2 kids. I see them every day. I recommend that. My wife is fantastic, strong, kind, smart, amazing artist. About 9 years ago, I started a company called ueno.co. I worked a lot, didn't do my body any favors, but it's what I felt needed to do. The hard work paid off, and the company became very successful. We worked for more and less every big tech company. But after 7 years, I was tired. COVID was running for longer than 2 weeks. You said it would. Fuck yeah. And my body was also continuing to get weaker. After looking at many options, I decided to sell my company to Twitter. Financially, it wasn't the best decision. My company was making a lot of money and Twitter's offer was lower than any smart valuation would say. But like you, I made a bet on Twitter having a lot more potential than it has had. I joined at a company in a time when the company was growing fast. There was a lot going on. The company had he had an emerald mine joke in there. We grew fast and made money. I think that's what you are referring to when you say independently wealthy, that I independently made my money, as opposed to say I inherited an emerald mine. Oh my God, he's fucking roasting him so hard. Bro, what the fuck? This guy is awesome. Holy shit. This guy is just fucking literally rolling his wheelchair over Elon Musk's carcass at this point. Jesus, Lord mercy. Holy fuck. Anyway, let's continue. But after 7 years, I was tired. COVID was running for longer than the 2 weeks you said it would. Okay. It's hard to keep doing the accent. And my body was also continuing to get weaker. After looking at the many options, I decided to sell my company to Twitter. Financially, wasn't the apologize for the accent. I will never apologize for doing the correct accent for Iceland, Norway, Denmark, pretty much any country that is I consider to be in that immediate vicinity. I'm not ableist. I'm just being xenophobic. It's not. It's out of love. It's also very good. I wasn't in the first batch or the second or third or fourth. I'm not sure which layoff round I was in there. There were so many of them. Each one came after you promised the last one was the final one. During my time at New Twitter, or as 2.0 as you called it, I talked to my manager every week and asked what I should focus on. And then I proceeded to do those things, every one of them. I also contacted HR regularly and asked if my job description was correct or needed updating. I wanted to make sure I was doing what I was supposed to. They always said they were looking into it, but I never got a reply. And now, finally, to my fingers, which I know you have great concern for, thank you for that, by the way, I'll tell you what I told them. I'm not able to do manual work, which in this case means typing or using a mouse, for extended periods of time without my hands starting to cramp. I can, however, write for an hour or two at a time. This wasn't a problem in Twitter 1.0 since I was a senior director and my job was mostly to help teams move forward, give them strategic and tactical guidance. But as I told HR, I'm assuming that's the confidential health information you are sharing, I can't work as a hands-on designer for the reasons outlined above. So he took confidential information about this person's health, his physical disability, and made it public to blast him on the platform that he bought for $44 billion. Oh my God, this dude is about to be the second highest tax paying in Iceland once again after he pays taxes on the awards that he gets from the fucking lawsuit. Woo! That's a motherfucking payday, baby. Oh my Lord, dude. Oh, that's so fucked up. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm typing this on my phone, by the way. It's easier because I only need to use one finger. I hope that helps. Let me know if you're going to pay what you owe me. I think you can afford it. And then Elon Musk finally responded. First, he said the reality is that this guy, who is independently wealthy, did no actual work, claimed as his excuse that he had a disability that prevented him from typing, yet was simultaneously tweeting up a storm. Can't say I have a lot of respect for that. Elon Musk turned around today and said, I would like to apologize to Hallie for my misunderstanding of his situation. It was based on things I was told that were untrue or, in some cases, true but not meaningful. He is considering remaining at Twitter. Why is Elon Musk forced, I wonder, to keep this person under employment? That's crazy. Dude, what? He publicly fired this guy, I thought, and made fun of him. Elon also called him the worst and then deleted. I don't think it's a good idea to shit on former employees in public, says Nakamoto. He's the worst. Sorry. Oh, and then he deleted it. Damn, Megaphonics is like noties on for Elon. Finally comes in clutch for once. As someone who has worked directly with I Am Haralder during a turnaround, this is super disappointing to see. Not only is his work ethic next level, his talent and humility are world class. Exactly the kind of person you want on your team when the odds are stacked. I feel there's a certain deep misunderstanding somewhere here in the did no actual work. Based on your comment, I just did a voice video call with Hallie to figure out what's real and what I was told. It's a long story. Better talk to people than communicate via a tweet. Dude, Elon dick riders, like, they have been lobotomized. I was going to say he needs to be Elon dick riders need to be lobotomized, but like they must have already been lobotomized to just go, this is awesome all around. Couldn't agree more with that. Have always rooted for Twitter's success. Hope you two get to keep working together again. Oh, I forgot to mention that I read that you can't go to the toilet on your own either, Elon Musk. I'm sorry to hear about that. I know the feeling. The only difference is I can't do it because of a physical disability, and you're afraid someone you hurt will attack you while you poop. Oh, I love that, dude. Oh my God, this guy fucking rolled, Elon. Fuck, this guy's great. I'm fucking following him. This is the most awesome thing I've seen from him, though. Every year, tax records in Iceland are made public. I was hoping I'd be the person that paid the highest amount of taxes last year, but I was number 2, and I proudly accept that honor to pay back the society that gave a working-class disabled kid free education and health care. That is, I love that, man. That is such a respectable thing to fucking put out there. Without those free institutions, I would not have been able to do any of the things I did later in my life. Society only works if we collectively participate and lift each other up. For some, that's being able to pay higher taxes. For others, it's everyday acts of kindness. For a while, I was on the receiving end of financial disability support from the government. If a few things had gone differently, family, I would still be getting that support. Being able to pay back into a system is a gift. I love that. Apparently, Musk is going to owe Hallie the rest of his $100 million because when he sold his company to Twitter, he was taking payment in wages. Yeah. By the way, he got that, which ironically is better off that he got it like that, I guess. Or probably not. Stock prices probably still higher than when he originally got the payment. But like he said, he asked to get paid in wages, the actual value rather than like stocks, which, you know, is usually like a non-taxable form of payment like equity. And he got that specifically so he could pay taxes in Iceland. Paying tax in the U.S. doesn't give you this satisfaction at all since most of the money is spent on tremendous military expenses. Considering that I pay more taxes than a lot of people in this chat, I will say that I enjoy paying taxes regardless because while some of it does go to like, I don't know, evaporating and eviscerating like children in Yemen, which is not great, there's plenty that still goes into social services, keeping the roads running, keeping other kinds of services running. Why are you flexing on us like that? I mean, I talk about it all the time. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because still plenty goes into services that we take advantage of every day. Admit that you like paying taxes because you like that the government oppresses women. That too. It's fascinating that some people think that Musk is somehow gaining credibility in this fight with Hallie, who gets characterized as a bitter employee when the reality is that Hallie needed a clear statement that Twitter had breached their acquisition contract. Hallie isn't a regular at-will employee. He's an acquired founder, and the contract almost certainly guaranteed Hallie's continued employment. Elon is interested in scoring dunks, and sure, the faithful are going to come up with shitty ableist arguments about why Hallie should have been fired, including that he wasn't doing work, which almost certainly is bogus. But I would be shocked if an acquired founder's employment contract allowed him to be fired on the frivolous grounds that the rest of us have to deal with, and suspect the penalties for breach of that contract are going to be pretty high. That, he's probably on the do not fire list, and also on top of that, firing him on the basis of his disability is like an insanely large no-no, dude. Like, even in America, you got at-will employees, but like, come on. You have legal recourse, even if you're like an average everyday Joe. If someone frivolously fires you when you have a disability, you could get restitution, financial restitution for that. You should immediately contact a fucking labor lawyer. Obviously, not many bosses are as stupid as Elon Musk, who will literally fucking openly state that you are handicapped and therefore can't do your fucking job while you publicly fire them, which makes it super easy. But if you have a disability and your boss fucking fires you, you definitely, even if you aren't in this circumstance, you definitely still have legal recourse. Never forget that. Oh, by the way, that's such a good call because I was going to mention that as well. Elon Musk posting an Office Space meme to mock an employee struggling with a corporate takeover is like so insanely ironic. Like, dog, you know the guy you posted is you, right? Like the bad guy. Like, what happened? Like, did you not understand? Did you watch but not understand? Like, you are the guy in the video that you posted, which you are literally saying you are, but you're the bad guy. That is weird. Anyway, no, you don't understand. Firing people because of their disabilities is a common joke in South Africa. I love that. I wonder if Elon could take that to the courts because, yes, while he successfully was able to get away with calling a fucking diver in Thailand a pedophile in U.S. courts when he was sued for defamation by claiming that pedophile is a South African joke, I don't think you could say that. Also, I think he tried that as well with the fucking commerce court in Delaware, where he was like, no, you don't understand. Claiming that I'm going to buy Twitter for $44 billion is a very common South African joke. And they were like, no, dog, you're going to have to buy Twitter. It's pretty obvious. What the fuck? A small API change had massive ramifications. The code stack is extremely brittle for no good reason. We'll ultimately need a complete rewrite. I hope Twitter gets as strong as you, sir. This was funny too, yeah. Not only does Elon Musk not have a clue what he's talking about with respect to the small API change, but this is exactly what he tried to do at PayPal, claiming that it needed a full version 2 rewrite of the code when it didn't. Instead, it shifted resources away from key areas and eventually got him ousted as CEO. Tesla Economics tweeted, Elon, when is the date with AOC? Elon responded, alas, she would never date me. I'm not cool enough. Should Tesla Economics set up a date between Elon and AOC? Elon, like, AOC's like married. The fuck is this shit? Like, that's so fucking gross, man. Also, what is this AOC meme? Like, they're like, oh yeah, AOC, it would be hot if she was blonde and blue-eyed. Like, straight up just racist, dude. What the fuck? They literally were like, hey, what about white AOC? Because they gotta fetishize POC women. I mean, they literally are like, it's not enough, They're just like, AOC's hot, which is weird to just like constantly fucking talk about objectifying a congressional representative. But then he's like, oh, but like she needs to also be white too. Like hitting the bingo. It's like both racist and misogynistic. Very, very odd bullshit.